Something has emptied out the hills again. Maybe it was war, or industry, or drugs. The husks of a once proud civilization lay empty. But you are an Ann. That means you're staying. This is your home, but also the home of older things. Welcome everybody to the Hills. This is Ann Tales. Ann Tales is a role-playing game, actually an adventure game that I completely made up, roughly based on my childhood and my culture and my past, and also some different things that I'm interested in that along those lines. You both are going to be Anns or Jacks, respectively. Anns are Appalachian people who something has happened, and Appalachia has emptied out, and this happens every so often. All of the let me turn this up a little bit. All of the most of the people in the hills have left. But you have stayed for some reason. We don't know why yet. Maybe we'll find out later. Unfortunately, to stay, you'll have to struggle to survive. You do that by exploring the hills. And like our other West Marches games that are adventure games, it's based on a map. And I have a map and I know what's on it and you don't. And it's a secret. And so I will simply describe what's around you, and you'll need to evade the perils of the map to find scrap amongst the hills to try to sell back in town and craft things out of it. Every time we play, a single week passes for your Ann, and they either progress in power and grow and get better and more able to survive in the hills, or their heart dims and they eventually have to pass on from the hills, assuming they survive. You are both cousins. You have the same mamaw. And you begin your adventure on the front porch of your mamaw's house. And you are outside the town of Vernon Hills. Let's see here. And like all of our West Marches games, I'll describe kind of where you're at, what's happening, and then we'll introduce the two Anns, and then we'll start the adventure and just describe what's around you, and you can decide. Birdie, would you be willing to be the caller tonight? Not that we really need one with two people. We can move pretty fast. Probably don't even need one. But I will give a boon to you if you do that. 2d6, and I'm going to roll for the weather. 7. Okay. It is, as it is this time of year in June, very hot outside. And the summer bugs and birds are yelling and squalling. The cicadas are loud. And you start the night before on the 11th. The summer air is full of fireflies. And you have heard a rumor when you were in town that just south of here, into the hills, there is a cove of two hollers. And if you follow the road, somewhere off the road is a farm. And it said that awfully big sinkholes have rent the ground there, opened up, and an old abandoned house has just been swallowed up by the earth. And you reckon that there might be things in that house. So, let's introduce our Anns, starting with Sylvia. Tell us about Sylvia.
All right. Sylvia is a freckled girl with usually wears her hair in a double braid, and she's very curious. She may be starting to get older age-wise, but her desire for adventure and finding cool new doodads and whatnot has not waned at all. And she loves the woods. She loves exploring and finding new things. And like, she may promise the adults that she'll be good and stay on the porch, but she has no intention of doing that.
Nice. Okay, so Sylvia's still fairly young, and she has some things trying to pull her away from the hills into the world, and she hasn't given up on it yet. What about Twig?
Yeah, so Twig is a teenager. He has kind of like wild, like frazzled look to him. His hair is always, very messy. And he always keeps a shotgun with him that he goes on little hunting trips for.
Wow. All right. Cool. Well, that's where you start the night. The morning comes, and I will describe from the front porch what you see around you. All right. From where you are, actually, why don't we just start scribbling right away? I'm going to get out my digital ink pen here. And maybe a red. Yeah. All right. To the north, along the road, you've got you have what is essentially civilization. This starts with Vernon Hills, the town that's to the north. While you were cutting up in town, that's when you heard about the sinkhole. On the edge of town, just south of there, along the road, is your mamaw's house. She lives up a hill just down the road from town. That's where you're starting your adventures, on the front porch. From here, going south on the road, if you were to continue south, eventually you come to a big cove with some farmland. And that cove is a big wide open area with 2 haulers on either side. All right, where do you all go? It is blazing hot outside. You can see the horizon shimmering in the heat of the summer.
Well, I suppose we might as well head towards the sinkholes immediately, unless there's anything you would like to do in town.
No, I'm game for heading towards the sinkhole.
All right. You set off from the front porch. Take what you have with you. Hit for the road. And, oh, let me get out, let me get this out, actually. I'm gonna need this. On Sandy Springs Road, you travel in the summer heat until eventually you can see the farmland. You can see the haulers rising up to either side. Let's see here. How do I clear this? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. You just select it when it's these. Give me a second. Oh. Weird. It has it on the wrong one. Oh, no, I get it now. Okay. All right. So you see the haulers as you travel on the road rising up left and right. There's some farmland. You see a few other things too. There's a strange looking woman. There's a house near the farms. This one's not sunk in. Looks like it hasn't been taken care of in a long time. This woman, she runs in and out of her house every so often. Doesn't look like she's well kept. She just looks like a, I don't know, all frazzled. And she doesn't notice you as you're traveling down the road. She's muttering to herself something about all these different men, and something about something her husband wants. And then you can see beyond that house, to the right front on the road, there are some farms. To your left, beyond the hauler, you can see there is a hilltop to your left front as you're traveling south on the road. And on this hilltop, there's a single cow. This cow just standing there on the hill, just staring at you. And then further on down the road, several miles away, you can see a bridge. And on the other side of the bridge, you can see where the creek bed there underneath the bridge, it sparkles in the summer air. It looks cool. You can see how it's shaded with the thick trees on either side, and there's a graveyard there. That's what you can see from where you are. What do you do?
Well, so we know the sinkholes, or at least the rumor we heard was that they were where some of the farms were, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I would suggest we avoid the frazzled, seemingly crazy woman, and then go around her towards the farms.
All right. You do that. And sure enough, you get to where these farms are. The ground's been broken up. It's hard, but it's tilled. Nothing planted in it right now. At least two acres worth of this. You can see, looks like one house is still inhabited by a family. And sure enough, on the other side of one field, this big old drop in the earth down into a pit. And it does look like there's just a big old hole in the ground. You can see on the other side of the hole that there are all these smaller holes. Let me see. Let me draw it. Big old hole, and then lots of little holes. What do y'all do?
I kind of want to go look in the big one, but be careful as I approach so that, like, if the ground's loose near the edge, I don't go sliding in.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
hold
that's
on to,
good.
like, a branch or something while I peer over.
Good to be careful. I also think maybe we should talk to the family that still is here.
All right. You're able to peek up near the edge of this sinkhole. You verify that is what it is. This thing goes down probably 15, 20 feet from ground level down to the center of it. The sides you think could be scaled. You don't think there's any risk of just being stuck in here, at least unless it caves in some more. It looks like just earth. You don't see a house, except there's a bunch of mud down at the bottom. Mud, rocks, things, debris. That's what you see when you peer over the side. Do you want to go over to the other farmhouse?
Yes.
All right.
I just knock on the door.
So we'll have to ask about it in such a way, because being grown-ups and all, they'll probably tell or meme off they think we're heading over, or discourage us if we seem too eager to go towards the sink house.
This is a rustic home. It's got it's made mostly of just wood paneling, and you come up to the house. No one's outside. No one's working. You don't see anybody. What do?
I'll knock on the door.
All right. You knock on the door. Let's see here. I need to make a roll. Okay. Man answers the door. He says, well, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning to you. We just heard about the tragedy that happened here and was wondering, how it happened.
Oh, there was a tragedy? Oh, what happened?
I'll just point up and say it seems like a large hole opened up and swallowed the house, I heard.
Oh, Lord, yeah. That was, I reckon that was, old woman Gabby's house. Nobody come by and claimed that place since she died years ago.
Oh. Well, it's good no one was hurt.
Yep. Glad it wasn't my house. Tell you the truth,
Yeah.
I don't even know who owns that place anymore.
Yeah, we passed by another house on the way. There was a woman in the yard. She seemed to be talking to herself. Do you know her?
Oh. You talking about, and he points up to the north, toward town from where you came from.
Yes. I'm assuming that's pointed in the direction of the house we skirted by.
Well, that woman, she's plumb crazy. I'd stay away from that woman if I were you. You know, John, he lived by himself in that house for years. If you ask me, sometimes that's just fine. Then he married that old woman. And she has done nothing but terrorize that man for the past 3 years. Well, he can't even stay in that house.
So where does he stay?
Lord, I don't know. Probably takes work out of town.
Oh, interesting. Well, it was nice to meet you. I hope the harvest goes well.
I ain't going to be growing nothing this year. I think I might have to go work. Probably have to go work in town for the company.
Well, it is getting tougher for us all.
Yep. That's true. Gets worse every year. Well, you want to come in and have something to eat or anything?
What time of day is it?
It's morning.
Would we have had breakfast at Mimo's before leaving?
Yes, every day when you start at your front porch, you always have food for that day.
Okay. Well, then I'll say we already had the pleasure of breakfast, but it was nice to make your acquaintance. Have a nice day. And kind of like tip my head to him.
All right. Have a good day. And he goes back inside the house.
Alright. No, I guess next step would be getting a closer look at the sinkhole.
You want to do that, Birdie?
Yeah.
Okay. You go back to the sinkhole. This is like a 2-dimensional view of it. I'm not putting you in it. I'm going to move your little token here. You come back to the sinkhole, and you can see that in the center of it, there's like some debris. Otherwise, this is just like natural, mud and rock and stuff. It looks scalable. It doesn't look like you'll fall in. And there's little holes on the other side.
Well, seems a lot emptier than I was expecting for a whole house.
Yeah, I think maybe let's take a look at those little holes first, see what the ground is like.
You want to do that, Birdie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skirt around the edge of this one and see if maybe get a look at different vantage points of it as we walk around it.
You go around it. In the center, you just have this debris, rocks and mud and stuff. It's kind of like in a shallow pile. Go around to the other side of the little holes, and you can see how there is some things that you can see here. I'm going to draw it underneath it. I'm going to kind of expand these holes. But on one hole, you can see the edge of a roof. You also see some random objects, some of which are rotted or broken, like some pottery and ceramics, some plates. But it looks like there are other things. There's some kind of metal object and a container.
How deep are these small holes?
They're about 5 to 6 feet deep, and the sides are perfectly scalable. You wouldn't get stuck in the hole if you wanted. They're pretty deep, but you can get in and out of them.
Okay, I think I would like to head down into one and kind of like poke the ground with the butt of my shotgun to kind of see like how firm the ground is.
You poke the ground, and it's kind of muddy and slidey and stuff, but you're confident that the ground is not going to just give way. It looks like it's pretty solid.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess search and shoot just rubble is a place to start, see if we find anything.
Okay. If you do that and you lift over the container and poke around on the thing that looks metal, these are tarnished, but they do look like they could be used. And you also find stuff underneath them. You see wooden siding, just like the neighbor's house, just barely exposed underneath the dirt. And then you also, the metal object you find is a tarnished sewing machine. It takes up 1 item slot, and then a tarnished cream separator, which takes up 2 item slots.
Okay. I can hold on to the cream separator if you want to hold on to the sewing machine.
Sewing machine might be handy. It could be taken apart for pieces too. I bet it got gears and stuff in there.
The cream separator is 2 slots, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll add that in for me.
Can we put that in our backpack or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. If I try digging around in the dirt near where the siding of the house is, am I able to move the dirt relatively easily, or does the mud just kind of fill back in if I...
No,
use
you're
like a big stick to try to see if I can find a window or a door or something, I guess.
you get the impression, and I kind of I didn't explain this. I think I kind of, let me redraw this hole. This was kind of on the side of the nearest small hole, and it was like just on the edge. And so the only thing you have here is just like wall, but you're able to tell going into the next hole that this is like the gutter. This is like the edge of the wall. So you have like the edge of the ceiling of the house here. And in the next hole over, you have the actual roof. There's like a roof. So you get the sense that you're like right at the edge of the roof here.
Okay. So we're at the eaves.
Yeah.
Well, I still may hold on to that stick then, because if I kind of poke around on the roof a bit, make sure that it's stable to walk on and not going to cave in.
Yeah, you don't think it'll cave in. It looks like it's in good enough condition where it won't cave in. In fact, do you think it'd be difficult to try to break through this old roof?
Well, I think we'll head over. Are you wanting to poke around in this hole more, or do you want to head over towards the other one to see if we can't find a way in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good to check the other one. I think the other one was the one that seemed to mostly be roof, right?
The second hole? Yeah. If you look in the second hole, it's just a roof. There are no items here. And it's just the sturdy roof. You think that it probably goes on a little bit further before it reaches its apex, before it reaches the top of the roof.
Yeah. I just, I wonder if maybe we could pry some of the roof off to, like, make a hole in. If we, like, kind of, like, take a look at it, see if there are any parts that seem, like, broken, or it seemed this house wasn't in use for a while, so maybe it's a bit less sturdy.
Do you have anything to do that with?
I have a toolkit, but I don't know what would be in it.
Well, I think with a toolkit you could do it. Are you a handyman?
My dad is.
So. Oh, your family profession? Okay.
Yeah.
I would actually say that's perfect for this, and you can, you would know exactly, because there's a house and he was a handyman, and that you're used to doing this stuff, like working on houses and roofs and doing shingles and, you know, all that kind of stuff. The house is actually in pretty good condition. It's kind of a shame it fell in the sinkhole. You could probably bore into it with your tools, but it'd take a long time. The better bet you think would be to find a wall, you know, instead of trying to go through a roof. Just that it would save a lot of time. You might be out here all day into the evening if you try, you know, with what you've got to try to get through a roof.
And the roof's probably hot.
Well, the wall is presumably between these two smaller holes, right? Because the other hole was on the edge, right? With the guttering.
The lower edge of the roof is on the nearest wall. You're able to determine that. So, whoops. Let me, here we go. So it's like, whoops, it didn't let me do it. Is it not going to let me draw? Give me a second. Weird. Let me see if I can do that and then put it back. Okay, so it's like this. If that makes sense. Like that's the roof right there. If I can ping it.
Okay.
So both of them have the roof. This one has the edge, like the edge of it.
Okay.
And are these the only two holes we see that are in the general area that would potentially have access to the house?
Well, there's that big hole.
From looking at the roof, does it look like the big hole would be near to like a wall or something if we were kind of guesstimating the roof? Or
Yeah, it looks like, from what you're able to
far off.
tell from these two holes, it looks like this thing, it didn't just sink into a hole, it like sank and fell on its side.
Huh. Wondering if we'd, like you mentioned, the edge is in the other small hole, so we could try digging a bit there, or I didn't know if there's a way to get to it going from the side in the big hole. If we'd have a shot at that.
Yeah, I guess we take another look, try to see if either of the other holes have a better side that we could approach from.
Which one? Let me redraw it. I kind of got a mess here.
I think we're either looking at the first hole that had the items in it, or the larger sinkhole, to try to see if either of them have like a better point of entry.
Okay. Let's see.
Our goal is to find something not Ruth.
It's not hard to get down into this big sinkhole. You think you could probably get out too. You see mud and stone on either side, and then in the center there's a bunch of loose rocks and debris and mud in the center, kind of in a pile.
Like nature debris or building debris kind of stuff.
It looks like the sinkhole happened and then like some stuff collected just in the middle. But I'm talking like object size stuff, like the up to your ankles. Like there's just like debris, like rocks and stuff like that.
I didn't know if there was anything cool in here.
Yeah, you look around. You don't see any loose objects on the top of the debris. Do you want to look through it?
Yeah, I kind of shift through it with my stick a bit, and just in case there's broken glass, move leaves around or push rocks around.
In case there's glass?
Well, you mentioned one of them looked like it might have like broken glass or broken pottery. So.
Oh, in the smaller hole.
The houses have windows, yeah. So I didn't know if like anything when it went down, if a window popped or anything.
Okay, so do you have a stick? Is that what you have? You have a backer stick?
I figured I could just like grab a stick because we're out in the woods.
Okay.
Like pick up a stick and just start like poking at stuff.
Sure. You poke around, and in fact you and you do feel something hard tapping against the against your stick as you're poking around. I mean, it's going to be a stick, so you tap around, mud, tip, and then there's something hard.
Hey, Twig, come see this.
Yep, I'll head over and assist in like moving some of the objects out of the way.
All right, you move some stuff out of the way, and you do find a side of the house. The hard object that you tap is a smoky, stained, ruined window. And it's like flush with the ground. So like you're looking down, you got a window there.
Well, it's already dirty. Probably break anyway at some point.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's better to you spend a little time with your toolbox to like remove the window to create the entry point, or if we just break it.
Yeah, do you want to try to do it more like carefully and try to remove the window?
Yeah, we could try to. Is it a window where you could actually remove the frame, or is it kind of cemented in?
Yeah, your family, your handyman is your family's background, so you're easily able to take your toolkit out and pop the seals on the window and unscrew it in places and gently remove the window and the seal and without any problem. Now you got a window too if you ever wanted or need it.
Well, you said it was like a stained glass window. Who knows? Someone might like it as a interpretive art piece. So
Well, if they're into shabby chic, what I mean is it's literally just stained.
yeah,
Like with, with like dirt and stuff.
yeah, we'll just put it to the side.
Who knows? We could make a fort someday and put that in. That would be cool.
Whoops.
Yeah, I guess I'll look down through the window, and I guess at this point I will say, if you happen to have a flashlight, now would probably be a good time to use it.
Do you have a flashlight?
I do.
Okay. Oh, everybody has a flashlight, I think. Every hand starts
Yeah,
with one,
but
right?
I'm using a two-handed weapon.
Oh, yeah.
I got extra batteries. So.
Yeah, I can give you my battery if you need it as well.
Oh, I
So
have
we
3.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Let's do this one. It doesn't sound like that. Let's do this one. You look down in this hole. Whoops. Come on. And it's dark in here. You can see piles of rubble and debris and dirt. Somewhere in the dark, in this direction, you hear giggling. And you hear, like chuckling and giggling, and that was a good one. Every so often you hear more chuckling.
What does the voice sound like?
It sounds like, a bestial kind of inhuman English.
Okay. How deep is the drop if we were to go through the hole we just opened up?
Yeah. You think it's probably 15 feet down from where you are.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, we're definitely gonna need a way up, so I suggest let's go to the farmer and see if we can borrow some rope.
You go to the farmer and ask if you can borrow some rope?
You don't suppose he'd know what we're up to if we asked him for some rope, considering we just asked him
I
about
mean,
a
I don't think
sinkhole.
I don't think he seemed especially concerned.
He
All
can
right.
still tell our Meemaw if she comes around looking, though.
Let's see here. Where is how about this one? All right. You go back to the farmer's house. And who goes up and knocks and asks?
I think you should do it, Sylvia. You got that childish wonder to you still.
Well, what if he asks why we want the rope?
I think just tell him we're doing a bit of exploring in the area, a bit of fun and games. If anything, we could maybe offer him the cream separator. There seem to be cows nearby, so who knows? Maybe he might use it.
Well, I guess, since we do need something.
Yeah, but probably don't mention the person giggling in the dark. Probably not.
No, grown-ups don't understand things like that. Okay. So I go up and I just kind of tentatively knock on the door.
Okay. The old man, or not, he's not old. It's just the man answers again. He says, "Hello again.
Hey.
What, can I help you with something?"
Well, you see, we was just playing pretend and realized we needed a rope, but it's kind of hard to pretend a rope, and didn't know if you had one we could borrow.
You want to borrow a rope? Well, what do you reckon you'd be climbing with that? Must be climbing something. You're trying to bind something together? Playing cowboys?
Well, there's lots of trees, or if we're, trying to do a wagon with a team, it'd be kind of hard without one.
Make a so you make a high turn test. So you roll 2d6 opposite your turn. So you'll try to roll. You want to roll
higher than my turn.
Yeah, but
lower than my turn.
To make a high turn test, you want to roll low. So you want to roll under your turn.
Oh,
your
that's
turn
really
or your turn or less. Yeah. Especially when you have five, when you have 5 turns.
I have 5.
Oh, well, don't feel bad about it. My turn is also 5, so it wouldn't be any better if I talked.
Nope.
What'd you get?
I got a 7.
Okay. As long as you didn't get a 12. Okay. He puts his hands on his hips. He says, "You aim to be climbing trees? Ain't you two got any work to do?" Whose is y'all anyway? Who do y'all belong to? Where y'all come from?
Kind of give a sheepish look back at my cousin.
I'll intervene a little bit and say, we come from a bit up north. We're just out, do a little exploring and playing before we get back to work. Maybe we can offer you this, and I'll show him the cream separator. We found this.
He says, "Well, that's a perfectly good cream separator."
Yeah, maybe we could give it to you in exchange for some rope.
"Judith, you want this cream separator?" She comes up, a woman pokes her head out, and she says, "Well, hello there," and she smiles gregariously at you all.
Give her a smile back.
"Oh, they've offered us a cream separator. Where'd you find that at?"
Oh, just on our way down the road. It's strange what some people just leave behind.
Somebody just left that on the road?
Well, a little off of it, on the side in the grass.
Well, I swear. What a shame. I could awfully use that cream separator.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just take a bit of rope for pretend, and seems like a good deal to me.
The man shrugs. He says, "Well, if Judith says she needs a cream separator, I'll go get you some rope. Why don't you come out to the shed and pick the rope you want?" He brings you.
I'll leave the cream separator on the front for Judith to do it or deal with after, and then accompany the man around to the shed.
All right. In his shed, you've got really thin ropes that might be used like a leading rein for horse training. You've got really big ropes that are thick that would be used for hauling or bringing a wagon or boat together, or even, something like on a dock, like a boating rope. And then you've got what's it called? Yeah. Well, actually, what are you're looking for something to climb with, right?
Yeah, so definitely not the thin rope.
Okay. Let's see. Something to climb with. He has a rope that would be used to tie things down, like tying for tying things down to wagons and stuff. You're confident that would hold your weight.
Yeah. Okay. I'll pick that out and say thanks for your help, sir.
All right. Well, y'all better get back. I think the weather might turn bad.
We'll be careful to head home before it gets too rough.
All right, well, be careful out there. And, yeah, oh yeah, it takes 1 item slot.
Okay.
All right. You go back and drop a rope down the thing now. Let's see here.
Yeah.
We
Tie
wanna
it to some
to
of
a
like,
tree, and then
well, or like the bigger debris in the like around the hole. Any like large rocks or anything
Yeah.
we can tie it to.
All right. Yeah, you're able to find the sturdiest thing is a tree stump, actually, and it's close enough nearby where you think there might be 3 feet left down at the bottom. You'll have to like, you know, I don't know. You have to climb this rope 15 feet high, but you all can do it. So
Yeah, we can reach that and start climbing.
you can just see around underneath you the debris, and you still hear the giggles. At this point, there's smoke that's coming up through the hole too, just wafting up from down below. You can see a light flickering on the other side where the giggles are coming from, the chuckles.
Okay. I'll whisper to my cousin. Maybe we don't need the flashlight on yet. Let's get a bit closer. It seems they have light down there that we can see from. And I guess I'll go down first.
All right. What do you think of that, Birdie?
plus then we can see who it is first before they see us, and then they hear us.
Okay. All right. Drop the rope down. There's 4 feet remaining. I'm going to put another N here.
Can I leave the sewing machine up top just in case? It seems, I don't know, it seems kind of impractical to climb a rope with the sewing machine.
Yeah, it fills up
and
your
I may
backpack.
find some better stuff down there, and then if I don't, it's always up here.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you're able to do that. You leave the sewing machine up, and Twig, you climb down the rope. Don't have, you're quiet. You don't have a flashlight on. I'll describe what you see down at the bottom here. Make this smaller. Need to just make this map bigger when I have a chance. I haven't had a chance to work on these things. All right. There is a strange human-shaped dark figure with wings and furry appendages and horns down here. You can't quite make out everything about it. It's just a dark figure. And it's cast against a... let's see here. It is... how do I describe this? Its horny, furry head is pointed towards you and bolted against the ground crudely with big, jagged nails is a chair. And it lay against the chair as if sideways was up. And it's looking up, which is its forward. And here is a fireplace. And it has set in the fireplace a fire which is dripping embers out down onto the floor nearby and sometimes past the chair. It looks like at any point this fire that's been kind of stuffed down near something here may just spill out. And he's giggling and laughing and being like, yeah, that's right. That's right. And then there's a rug that's also been nailed to the, what is the floor. And it's muddy and rotted. There is also a portion of ceiling here There is, let me see here. What this used to be, there's a ceiling here, and then the ceiling has collapsed. And it actually continues on in what would have been the ceiling before.
Interesting. So he's not actually looking at me, he's like looking upwards at the fireplace and laughing to himself.
Yeah, it looks as if he thinks there's a show going on in the fire.
Okay, I'll kind of like tug the rope to try to like, call Sylvia. Just try to get us both together.
I'm going to come down quietly.
All right, you can do that. You come down the rope real quiet. All right, what do you all do next? As I roll to see if you get an encounter. 6.
Kind of get a look around. I like see him, but then look, like as my eyes adjust, look around to see if I see anything interesting that might have tumbled down.
I'll give a few more details here, but no, you don't really see anything that looks like it'd be. Actually, let me see here. Anything that would be valuable, like for example, the chair is holding together, but it's been ruined, like with all these jagged nails that's been run through at the bottom of it. I mean, it would serve as a chair, but ain't nobody gonna buy it. This rug has been bolted to the floor / now your wall, and it's molded and covered in mud, torn in places, and has a bunch of nails through it. And there's nothing else in the fireplace. You can see that what used to be the kind of floor, he's got a little cubby, and that's where he's put a fire, and then it's dumping out, and like there's ashes and stuff that's coming out of that. And he's laying back, like watching it as if it were a show. This is dirt that you're standing on right now. Just everywhere is just dirt, piles of dirt. And then the ceiling has collapsed here, and it kind of leads uphill a little bit into what used to be the ceiling in this place. The ceiling is intact right here. There's nothing else of value that you could see in these rooms. You don't see, for example, pictures, or portraits or clocks or anything like that.
No, so it's like when she died, they took everything or most stuff out of the house, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could check over by that way that goes upwards towards the ceiling, see if they can, because that direction would have been where we found the stuff in the first place, so maybe they were using the top as storage.
Well, and towards the ceiling might be the attic, so
yeah,
maybe there was some stuff left up in the attic.
Do you think we should make a contact with the new master of this house?
Kind of inclined to let him enjoy his show. He might be cranky if we interrupt him.
Okay, well then yeah, I'd say let's move a little bit along the side, and yeah.
All right, so you want to try to remain unseen and continue into the collapsed ceiling?
Yeah, then once we're a little bit away, then Sylvia can turn on her flashlight.
Is our rope that we have hanging down super noticeable, or should we try to tuck it up against a wall?
You could do that. You can easily find a way to kind of get it stuck. You could get some dirt and put it up against the wall, and that way it's not hanging out in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
That way if he happens to look over whatever, it's not.
All right. There is a jagged section of ceiling here that is the floor of another floor, and it juts out ahead of you. And like if the house were right side up, it's as if it were raised up into the room. Dirt, and then a hole. And then what was a wall is now a floor. And there is a bed up on its side, ruined here. All of the sheets are also molded and covered in mud and ruined. Most of it doesn't even have sheets. The rest of this is a ceiling. And this is a wall with no window. No, I'm wrong. There is a window here, but you can see dirt on the other side.
Yeah.
And then lastly, you're not sure what is above here. Right now it's dark, but as you approach, this is as much as you can see just in the shadows. But then you hear voices and you hear somebody like, "Shh, go to sleep. No, you go to sleep. It's time for you to go to sleep. She said it was time for us to sleep a long time ago. Go to sleep. No, you go to sleep." Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You hear these voices somewhere above you, and would have been the floor.
Okay. I think now's a good time for the flashlight because I think we need to see what we're dealing with.
All right.
Or should we make them annoyed? Well, we should expect the other one to be annoyed because he'll probably get his attention. Her attention, I guess? Maybe it's a mom and these are her babies?
You turn the flashlight on?
It's up to you, Sylvia. I don't have the hands for it. It's whether you want to do it or not.
Well, I'm just wondering if these are the babies. Do we want to, freak the mom out if that's the mom back there?
Oh, I don't know.
Though if we try to explore the flashlight over here, they'll see anywho.
I mean, honestly, if the other one was any indicator, they might be looking straight upwards.
Yeah, I can turn on my flashlight. I'll have it kind of, I guess, pointed straight ahead-ish, so it's not like straight up at them.
Okay. I guess let's check out maybe underneath the bed, see if anything was left behind.
And did you say there's a hole in the floor in front of us between us and the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. I'm kind of curious what's in that hole.
Ross, I think you're muted.
Sorry about that. I've been saying stuff. Isn't that ridiculous? Oh, geez. Okay, so, yeah, so, what was I saying? What is your intention for the flashlight? Is it to try to be able to just see and then get to the bed? I think you're able to... Aha, yes. Yeah. This is a door threshold, so you can go around it. You don't have to jump over this.
Okay.
But we could look down into it, kind of thing.
You could. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Like, as we go around it, I kind of want to look into it.
I think, yeah, I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for the people above us, while Sylvia's like, just generally looking around, but like trying to keep the flashlight low enough.
Are they still talking? Would be the question, or did they go quiet?
They're still arguing. I said, okay. You go to sleep. Okay. It's time to go to sleep. No, you go to sleep. And they just keep going like that. You basically see earth and debris that keeps going down below. And it looks like this is a hallway with another threshold. And at the bottom are rotted doors that have fallen through from these two thresholds. That's what you can see from looking down in that hole.
Okay. I think I would like to go over and check underneath the bed, see if any valuables were left behind, any like little jewelry boxes or anything.
All right.
Okay.
Does
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Okay, you go with... Okay. Let's see here. And you're trying to keep the light away from those things? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they're friendly or not, and it just seems kind of rude to put them in a spotlight while they're trying to go to bed. So.
All right. So, yeah, you come over to the bed. You look around the bed. There is nothing. This bed is utterly ruined. There's nothing of value around it. I mean, it's dark up there. So if you turn, you just see darkness and you hear little monstrous voices like chiding each other for not going to sleep.
Okay. Could we safely get down this and be able to get back up?
Yes. You would have to like take this one and then drop there, and then you would have to do it again, but you can do it.
Okay, yeah, I'll say let's drop down to the low level.
All right. Let me clear this stuff. Okay. Do you keep... Okay, well, I'll describe this first. Let's see here. When you drop down just to this one, you can... I'll describe what you can see. So this is definitely like a hallway. There is some dirt that has gathered here, and you see some wood that's sort of obscured by the dirt. And otherwise, if you continue down below the hallway, you can see that there's some kind of ledge here. You can get down there by going to that ledge and then dropping down from the ledge, and you can get back up by using that ledge and then going back across.
Okay. I guess
let's clear. I guess we'll jump down. Or do you want to go check out the...
Yeah, I think we could maybe check this out first, see what the wood behind the dirt is.
Okay.
You hear fake crying coming from here. When you go and you check out the wood, it looks like there is some hardwood exposed. And do you clear it away? Do you like try to get to it? Okay.
Yeah.
You're able to clear away the dirt, and you think if you kept going, this is actually a cellar, like one of those things that you can pull down to get into a cellar. Not a cellar, sorry, attic, an attic door.
Attic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that seems promising.
Yes. The attic might be where... I mean, if they left anything, it seems like it would be.
Yeah. I guess we'll try to get in.
Okay. You're able to lift up the attic door. Let me get rid of these. And I'm actually just going to get rid of your light for a second. Oh. Do you open it? Oh, yeah. Everybody make a... Let's see here. This would be a work test. This is a low work test. So,
Okay.
so you want to roll high on work.
So 2d6.
Yep.
Oh, well, there we go.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Good.
Do I still need to roll or?
Yeah.
Okay. I do not roll higher than my work.
All right. Let's see. And then like a just tide of rocks and stuff just buries Twig and slams into him. You take 2 points of damage.
All right. I'll kind of like shuffle out of it to try to claw myself out.
You do.
Never
You're all scuffed up. Got abrasions now. Let's see. And then from where you are now, if you look on the other side of that open attic door, you can see. You hear squeaking back and forth, squeaking. Do you shine your light in here? Let you
It
decide.
almost sounds like someone in a rocking chair.
Yeah, can we pinpoint the sound?
It sounds like it's coming. So you open this and it's dark. I'm assuming you haven't put your light in yet. You can choose to do that. But it is ahead and below you in the dark.
Okay. We don't actually hear any voices though right now.
Nope, no voices.
I'll see. I mean, we
Because
we
if they
do
have a
kind of
Meemaw,
have
that's
to.
exactly where she would be rocking.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if she might be asleep rocking, and it would be fine to shine the light or not.
And with that,
What do
I'm
you
going to
think?
roll to see if there's an encounter.
She may already know we're here because we did just make a noise. Or she could assume it's the house caving in.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. We did just make quite a little bit of noise, and seeing that there's been no response, I'm gonna assume she might be asleep and it's safe for you to shine the light. And if it isn't, well, we better run like hell.
You wanna shine your light in there? Birdie, you're the caller. You make the call.
I know, I'm trying to decide. Kind of like, I guess like hesitantly a bit, just to see, not like pointing it straight at where I would think her face would be, but enough to light up. I don't know if I can show, like, oh, that's an, apparently I can doodle. But like, I guess to this point here, like I don't know if that's showing up for pinging. How do I ping? Can I ping?
Yeah, you should be able to. Does it not let you ping? You got to select the token.
It lets me draw rectangles.
You got to go to the top left. There you go. You got it.
Yeah. Well, no, that was me.
Oh, you got to go to the token controls to the top left, and then you can hold the left mouse button down and it'll ping.
Yeah.
Okay, like this? No.
Yeah.
Token controls, and I hold it down? I don't know.
Yeah, you got it. Just hold your left mouse button down, yeah. Although I may not see
Sure.
them. I'm in a token edit thing.
But yeah, I was going to say, like, shining it at the lower part of where the rocking chair is, like if they're pointing it to illuminate their lap or whatever. Not like pointing it straight at their face, but enough to see who's there and...
All right. You do that. You shine the light down at the base of the rocking chair. And you see an old, tattered, ruined dress and two pale, ghostly legs. And there is a woman here. Her skin transparent, her hair wafting unearthly around her head. And she says, "John, is that you, John? Have you come home? John?" In front of the rocking chair is a chest that she's been staring at. On the chest is a golden framed stone cameo of a family.
Okay. I think, Sylvia, I'm about to take a big 50-50 here. Do you think John's her husband, or do you think John's her son or grandson?
I'm gonna go with husband.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna respond. It's me, John. It's good to see you again.
Oh, John! Thank heavens! I thought you had been gone forever. I'm so glad to hear your voice again. Rocking chair goes faster.
I think I'll say, Sylvia, maybe move the light a bit more so we get a really good view.
Okay. So I'm gonna move it up more to illuminate her. Well, did you say we could see her face, or just kind of generally silhouette?
You said you were shining at her lap, but you could see her silhouette.
Yeah.
Did you want to
just kind of see if she's? I want to see enough of her now to see if she's like looking at us, or if she's spaced out, or
she's rocking in a chair and staring at the picture.
Okay, so it's a picture on top of a chest.
Yeah, and notably, this picture is surrounded in gold. It is a stone. It's a stone cameo, and the frame is solid gold. You reckon it'd probably be worth $2?
Okay. Which way does the chest open?
It opens away from her, like as if she were about to open it. It's facing her. Does that make sense?
Okay, so
yeah.
To open the chest, we would have to be on the side.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say, I guess I'll start going downwards.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow
John, is that you in the light?
Huh?
Is someone with you, John? Is that Susie?
I'll say, yes, that's Susie.
And Abby too?
Abby's not back yet.
Oh. Well, come to me. I've missed you so much. I want to see you. You're like, you have the light, and then you're in the dark, Actually, I know we'll move the light.
I'll say, what have you been spending your time doing?
Thoughts of fondness of my family, John. Sometimes just sit and have a think for a long time.
I'll get a little closer to look at the picture, from upside down, I guess. Does it seem like there's any writing on it with names?
Yeah. It's got the four of them. Susie and Abby and John and this woman, Camilla.
Okay, so we can see that John is the husband then.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, well, as I get closer, I'll say, well, we're a bit dirty from, like, some work in the field, so we can't get too close, but, it's good to see you're doing well, thinking about things.
At this point, the rocking gets really fast. And make a, this will be a quar test, a low turn test to try to negotiate with a ghost.
Alright, so I want to roll above my, turn, right?
Right.
That actually works well for us.
Alright, that is above my turn.
We don't have much of that.
You think that you're close enough with the light with Sylvia. You could probably just grab this thing in the dark and then make your way out while she's still talking to you and make it out of here. But you'll have to come up with something more if you want to actually open that chest.
I'll say, okay, so since she's not in the light right now, the picture's not in the light, so I guess I'll take it for now. And,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the flashlight aimed up so that it's not illuminating that.
And I'll just say, what was the name of the kids again? It's Abby and who?
Abby, I'm Susie apparently,
Susie,
and
I'll
then
say,
Abby.
Yeah, I'll say,
still out.
Susie, why don't you get a little closer and talk to your mom? And in the meantime, I'll like go on the other side and start like fiddling with the chest, I guess, while Susie's distracting Camilla.
Okay. Susie, what do you say?
Mom, it is so nice to see you again. I do wish Abby were here. She's running late or dawdling. I'm not sure which. Tell me, what have you been up to today? I know you say you've been doing a think, but have you gotten any of your sewing done on what you were working on?
I couldn't find my buttons.
Your buttons? Well, we haven't seen any buttons. We did check on our way in. Could they be over here in front?
I don't know, Susie. Could you take a look for me? The rocking slows down. And then meanwhile, you open the chest, Twig, and you see three things. You see a doll, which you think is worth probably $1. A jar of buttons, which you think is probably worth $1. And you see now this would be hard to get out. So here's the thing. You think you can abscond with these buttons in this doll pretty easily?
Yeah.
Down at the bottom of this chest is a beautiful hand-sewn dress. Probably worth $10.
Okay. What size does the dress look like it's for?
This woman. An adult-sized woman. If you pull this dress out, it will be very clear.
Okay. Okay, I'll take the other things for now, and I'll say, and then I'll back up a little bit and then say, honey, our little girl here is getting a bit bigger. I don't suppose you've sewn up any new dresses for her or found any old hand-me-downs you think would suit her.
Oh, only the one that I made. Why, it's around here somewhere.
How about I take a little look and we try it on her?
Yes. Bring her down here in front of me so I can see her when she tries it on.
Okay. I'll take the dress out and head back over to Susie and say, put the dress on, I guess.
The rocking starts to get more vigorous. No, bring her here. I would like to see it. I miss you.
Okay. I think, Susie, let's do this. But if things go wrong, we drop the dress and we run.
The excuse to wash up, because we did say we were dirty.
Yeah.
When we're being in the field. So, I can't try it on like this. I'll get it all spoiled. I need to go wash off real quick out front, and I'll be right back. I can see if Abby came back in too.
All right. Now I think that's I think that is a in my opinion, a low heart test. Meaning you're trying to like weasel your way out of this and like try to like come up with, excuses and all this kind of stuff. I think that's a low heart, which is you have to roll high on your heart. Either your heart or higher.
What's your heart?
Not that low. I have a heart of 8, and I rolled a 5.
Okay. You hear screaming, and then this thing takes up the room and swoops towards you. Let's see here. You see it clearly in the light, and it just like launches towards you screaming, and everybody can make a heart test. This is a high heart test, so you want to roll a low.
Watch me go above it this time.
This is to see if you lose heart.
What if you're exactly at it?
That's a critical. So not only do you endure this terror, but you get to do one extra thing.
Okay. I passed.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, so you can decide, like, this thing is flying towards you. It's probably going to trap you here for all of time until this thing collapses on you.
And would it be considered one thing to, like, grab Twig's arm and start running the other direction?
Oh, yeah, no, that's exactly what you could do with a crit.
Okay. Do I drop the dress, or would I be able to hold on to it?
You can hold on to the dress, but I'm trying to imagine how you're going to climb that rope.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess another question. Well, I guess we can't really tell yet how far it's chasing us, whether it's leaving this room. But I was going to say maybe I could drop the jar of buttons and say, honey, your button's over there.
Oh, yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, you shatter the jar of buttons, and it causes all of the things around you to come out and be like, they're like, buttons, and they like, these things come from the beds. It claws its way up from the floor. There's 3 of them down there. They all come out around this thing as you're like trying to climb up the rope.
Okay, yeah, let's get out of here.
Yes, let's.
Oops.
How much space does the dress take up?
One slot.
Okay.
And you climb your way up out of that muddy hole. Probably get mud on the dress, but you could figure out something. Try to get it cleaned up.
Yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, we give it to Mima.
She'll be like, where did you get this dress? But yeah, from there, you have a dress that you think is worth $10. You have a, let's see here.
We have
There's
the
a sewing
doll.
machine, but I don't know if that's worth anything.
Yeah, I
And we
think
have
we
the doll, which was
yeah we
worth.
don't know any value for sewing machine. We have the doll worth 1, the portrait worth 2, and the dress worth 10.
So if
And-
my dad's a handyman, I'm sure he can find some use for the parts.
You also left the sewing machine up top. You can grab the sewing machine, and
Yeah.
the sewing machine is not worth much unless you had it repaired. And then you can actually use it as a sewing machine, or you could sell it. If the sewing machine were fixed and cleaned up, it would be worth, let me see here. Here we go. Let me do this.
Would it be possible to assume that since my dad is a handyman, that we'd be able to fix it up
Oh, yeah, good point.
and just say, "Oh, hey, look, we were out in the woods today, and I found this, and I think someone threw it out because it doesn't work anymore, and thought maybe you could teach me how to fix something."
That will take a day to do. And actually, let me check. I don't know if handyman or if you need to have a lore to do that. Let's see real quick. Because if not, it's going to be, you think $6 you could sell it for if you could. Let's see.
That'd be a nice fit.
Quilting. Yeah, no, I think a handyman is exactly the person that could do it. Man, that occupation is powerful. Because it involves everything mechanical and fixing stuff
I
and
almost
houses.
went with Boilermaker, and I'm kind of glad I went with that one. I was like, I don't know. Tools might be nice.
Yeah, that's pretty potent. Well, yes. Do you think it would take a day, and then you could sell it for $6? But you make it back to Mamaw's with your stuff, and that ends our adventure for the.
Mythic Mountains RPG is a private online play club that focuses on folk RPGs. Folk RPGs are the games that belong to all of us. They're what actually happens at a table between friends. It's their voice that has the authority on what is fun and what works for them. Weekly, we upload our games to allow others to sit in with us. The channel isn't monetized. We don't own the artwork, music, software, or games shown in these actual plays, and you can find links to their authors in the description. Like, subscribe, and share if you wish, or don't. Just like games in person, you're welcome to pull up a chair, sit in, and watch some of our games. No performances, no fancy equipment, just regular people playing folk pencil and paper role-playing games and having a good time. We hope these games will prove a source of enjoyment to anyone just wanting to listen in, anyone looking for examples of how actual groups run and play folk RPGs, and most importantly, if you haven't found your group yet, you're welcome here at ours.